the English frequency. Okay, we are live now with Jens Thuesen from the fabulous Flying Dragon. I think even though we don't have a track on you, we can follow you on the AIS, and you have been nice and posting some stuff for us. Tell us a bit about your trip so far.
Well, the first part of the trip in the North Sea was fantastic. Most amazing. I grew up in the North Sea and it was really amazing. Except that we broke our spinnaker outside Sønderby. But that's
How
okay.
did that happen?
Well, we jibed, and it was in aviation we call it a pilot error. It was not the material was okay. It was just we did it the wrong way. I actually don't know exactly how, but we don't do it that way next time. But we have one yellow spinnaker left. It was a pretty small one. I can show you in the rain. Looks like this.
All right. Yeah, we see it.
Nice yellow color and cute little spinnaker. Unfortunately, because we don't have so much wind right now. But after Skagen, we had a fantastic ride between Anholt and Læsø. We were not below 18 knots, up to 22 knots. And then north of Gilleleje in close to Kullen, we had a very rough sea and no wind. That was very frustrating. But then down Øresund was fantastic. Champagne sailing, flat water, lights from the city, and about 8-9 knots, a little current in our direction with the code zero. That was really nice. And then today it has been raining and raining and raining. We had a few highlights where we could go really fast, like 16, 18 knots. But right now we are down to about 7 knots. We have the wind directly from behind our small spinnaker, and that doesn't really make us that fast.
Okay.
Right now, Thor is enjoying the rain. He looks a little wet. That's why I'm sitting here under the spray hood. I was amazed that we were allowed by Jens Thuesen to bring the spray hood for this race, but that was a good decision.
Yeah, it looks like a good decision now for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we just had half an hour ago. We talked to Jan Hansen, last year's winner of the race,
Yes.
and he was talking about the weather for the coming 24 hours. It looks really light. What is your plan from where you are now?
We of course also looked at it. We copied everything down from FCO on our iPad, and we see that the wind will disappear completely. And we have like two options. I think one is going up close to Sweden, which means we will have wind, but a light wind against, or go down to Rügen, Femern, and then we will probably have zero wind for, I guess, 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
And, so we haven't decided yet, and probably what we do is like being in between, which is the worst thing you can do.
So you will head south to the German coast to get some sea breeze there.
Yeah, that's a shorter distance, I think. So at least, and I think when the wind is so low, the predictions are not really that accurate. But yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. No.
I think we'll go south. I think. Take a short.
Do you have an ETA for Aarhus if everything works out well and nothing more happens?
My first ETA was about exactly 72 hours. That was my first ETA when we rounded the Skagen.
Wow.
Then when the wind disappeared in north of Copenhagen, we realized that's not going to happen.
Okay.
So I think if we are lucky, we'll be there maybe Monday evening, tomorrow, very late.
Oh yeah, really? Wow.
Yeah, maybe Tuesday morning or something.
Okay.
It's hard to say. It depends how we get through this very light area.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and we saw this fabulous screen dump of your photo of the watch, and that you did. Was it 284 miles in 24 hours?
Yeah, it was 284.3. of course, we wanted to reach 300, which is would have been a good figure. So we're not going to beat that again, I think. Not on that trip.
Not in this race.
That was really nice. I mean, that's a very high average, and to keep an average like that, you have to go between 15 and 18 all the time.
Yeah.
So we're very happy about that. So I'm happy about the performance of the boat in good wind conditions, when you have like wind from the side, and when it's really, really nice. When you have a lot of wind, it's nice. But when you have the wind from dead aft and almost no wind, like now in the small spinnaker, when trimaran, it's a little bit like a keelboat. It's more comfortable, more stable, but we don't have the advantage in speed then. So
No. No.
But, yeah.
But it has proved to be a fast boat in light winds. We saw that. We saw a
Yes.
tiny bit of that in the beginning of Fyn Rundt.
Yeah, and yesterday we had the same experience, and I can't explain it. And I have the guy who designed and constructed the boat, Jens Thuesen, on board. And I said, "How is this possible?" And he couldn't explain it to me. But we went, I think, about 5 to 6 knots of wind. We went between 7 and 8 knots boat speed and ground speed in zero current. Wow. So that was really nice. We had that experience yesterday for like 1 or 2 hours. So.
Okay.
And actually, that might be one of the reasons that I want to go into the light area and just hope there will be like 1 or 2 meters per second, because that would be that could pull us through with the Coach Zero. Yeah. So.
Interesting, Jens. We will definitely follow you. I guess you will. You don't have to have these breaks of 8 hours, which the leading boats of the single handers do. So you will probably catch up with them pretty soon. Anyway,
we don't know. We've been thinking about it and calculating it, but I'm not sure. And by the way, I admire these guys a lot, because we are 3 guys, and that means 1 can sleep and 2 can sail, or 2 can sleep and 1 can sail, and we are still tired. And so these guys who are sailing alone, I mean, that's amazing for this trip. That's really amazing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would ever do that. Double hand, I think, is fine, but single hand, I mean, they must be so tired. We'll keep good lookout and keep clear of them the closer we get to them. We don't expect them to look around.
Okay. All right, Jens, talk to you again tomorrow, maybe when you get closer to back from Bornholm, or maybe in the German area, wherever that would be.
I think we will have a good reception about Rügen or something like that. And again, Morten, thank you for arranging this race. It's so amazing. I mean, sailing in the North Sea was fantastic. Where I grew up, I didn't imagine we could sail and have such an experience. Passing here itself was fantastic. Really, really nice. Really nice. Yeah, and Esbjerg Harbor, by the way, Esbjerg Harbor, I want to recommend that. When we came, we said, "Hey, how can you spend time there?" But the nicest people I ever met in a harbor. Thank you to those guys as well.
And that new building, I think it's going to be great.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, yeah, good. Close it down for now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See you. Keep an eye.
Bye.